It's number 1 versus number 2. These matchups are special. The entire landscape looking in today on this one, and they become a part of college football history. Hopefully, we'll get something epic. Welcome to beautiful South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium, the home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Hurricanes will kick this deep to get us going. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. An inside give now from the shotgun. They test the middle there, but get nothing. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
The Noles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. But the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
He's going to take off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. He's running out of time here. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a 4th down decision coming up. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Trying for a 4th down completion. Quick in to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. Oh, they stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And there's the handoff. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. Well, the season just got a lot more intense. This could be fun. A premier 1 versus 2 matchup, Kirk, right here in the middle of the season.
Yeah, middle of the year to get 1 versus 2. This obviously is going to have a lot of implications as far as the playoff is concerned. But I'm just curious to see a big game like this. Do you ease your way in, or do you take a couple big swings to try to establish who could be the dominating team?
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He escapes the pocket. He'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Great play.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Short pass finds the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. And the Canes looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. He'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. First play of the drive now from the 25. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for a man deep down the left side. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. First down, we're going to throw the football. Dump off caught by the running back. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. As we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Looking for his big tight end. Grab down the middle. It's Higgins. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Seminoles will line up here on first down and goal. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State.
How about that, Chris? The quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and why not? With a receiver like this who can run like that, get him the ball as fast as you can and let him do his thing.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And it's up and good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Caught in the backfield. It's Hall. Breaks loose at the 40. And the freshman makes an excellent catch and run there.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Just seeing the Seminoles and Hurricanes together on the field, Kirk, brings back so many memories. For decades, this rivalry, extra intense, but also meaningful. It's been so often a springboard to a championship season.
Chris, throughout the 80s and 90s, I think Miami-Florida State was the greatest rivalry in college football. So many great individual players. One of my favorite early memories on College Game Day when I joined the set was in 2000 when Chris Weinke went up against Ken Dorsey and the Miami Hurricanes. One of the great games at the Orange Bowl. Dorsey ends up hitting Jeremy Shockey for a tight end late. Man, so many great memories in this rivalry.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to throw again. The pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Hall. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grabbed by the receiver. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a first down at the 21.
But when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Headed for the end zone. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You'd prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First and goal, handoff. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Second and goal for the offense. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Play action here on first down. Lets it go quickly. That is broken up and incomplete.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner blocked down by the coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. There's the handoff. That one moves the ball across the 40.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught by the receiver. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
That completion sets up an important third down play. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
Crucial third down play coming up. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Looks to the left. Pass caught. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Cage begin a new series here. First and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Pass is caught. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The Canes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Deep shot toward the end zone. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
The defense is electing to play double coverage on this receiver, and the quarterback still tries to squeeze the ball in there.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Oh, and he did not get there. The defense rising up against this elite third down offense. So on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense will stay on the field for this 4th down attempt. And he'll set up to throw. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Noles will kick this away to begin the 2nd half. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Passing game's been on fire. Let's see if the defense has made some changes to begin to slow it down. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a 1st down.
The defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The sure hands. It's Hall. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense really clicking here.
Great job here by this offense to open up the 2nd half with an aggressive approach, sending a clear message to this defense that they are ready to be aggressive to win this game.
And they'll use the ground game here. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
The Hurricanes line up on 1st and 10 now. Handoff to the back. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Tight end goes in motion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. QB keeper all the way. The Hurricanes look to keep this drive moving. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Miami.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first down, it's play action. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. He's looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Incomplete. Tried to find the receiver there. Just missed him. This should be the last play of the quarter. Third down, out of the shotgun, bringing pressure. And the defense finally will get him down, and that sack will end the third period. As we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. On the move now. Oh, they've got him. A fourth down sack and a turnover on downs.
Well, I don't blame the offense. Here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. And the single back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Now, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. The quarterback keeps it on the option. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Breaking free at the 35. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Hurricanes. This offense is still clicking. The momentum really building now. Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. A deep shot to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the Seminoles are in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. The pass rush gets home.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Looking downfield near the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
The extra point was good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14.
Miami 28, Florida State 14.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Grinding away with a running game. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Caught behind the line. It's Hall. And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Canes will line up to kick it away. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Makes a quick grab. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. The Noles will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's cheap. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. 1st down from there.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the 4th quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. incomplete. Second down coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. They're going to throw it on third and very long. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Knowles.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point. You cover an onside kick. You never know.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here comes the point after attempt. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Well, they're not showing onside kick here. Surprising. No timeouts left, trailing in the final couple minutes. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Leaning on the run game here. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40. And that play should secure an upset. Kirk, this is a team that told us, forget the rankings. We're here to make a strong statement as we get to the stretch run. And they've done that today.
Well, these guys really looked apart today. Stepped up when a lot of people had questions if they could play in this kind of game. The answer is yes. Now they have to handle being that team with expectations. Not every team handles that well, but I'm excited to see how they deal with that in the coming weeks.
Here the quarterback just takes a knee. You came in expecting, Kirk, one of the best matchups of the season. In the end, number 1 goes down in a tough battle.
Well, Chris, you and I call these games a lot, and there's always such anticipation, but it's not often that they live up to the hype. You think about the last 5 to 10 years, we've called a bunch of them. This was a great one. I'm just glad we had the pleasure of covering it.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.